going on, guys? Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Ever since I did that video with Gingium where we showed off the best wide body cars, and in that video I mentioned a couple wheelie cars because Gingium and I were like the wheelie guys for Forza Motorsport 6, and we just had a bunch of fun with them, really. Anyways, so we were talking about some wheelie cars in that video for Forza Horizon 3, and I mentioned in that video, yeah, that there's two cars in Forza Horizon 3 that can actually do wheelies. And when I mentioned that, a bunch of viewers were like, well, maybe you should do a wheelie build on them then. And I was like, oh, that's probably a good idea. I haven't done one yet. And I haven't done a wheelie build in like 6 months or so, since Forza 6. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do one of those today. So today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be building one of Forza Horizon 3's first wheelie cars. There are only a couple of cars you can do it to. Okay, you should know something. When I say wheelie car, I don't mean like a bounce wheelie tune, because bounce wheelie tunes obviously still work in Forza Horizon 3. I just don't think they're very impressive. However, this car that I'm going to show you, today's car that I'm going to show you is a proper full-on wheelie. So, let's get into it. For this build, what you're going to need is you're going to need to have to actually play the game a little bit and go in to a point where you can go and build the Myers mech. Can I go in the garage, please? I know I have a festival to expand. I can't get in the festival. Thank you. Let me in. Anyway, so you're going to need to play the game up into a point where you have some barn finds unlocked. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire barn list, just in case spoilers and whatnot, but the car you're going to need is a Myers Manx. It's sorta, almost, kinda, not really a Volkswagen, but anyways, you can find them on the auction house as well. I have two here, which one of them was used in a challenge, and one of them has my wheelie build tune on it. That one's the wheelie build. So what I wanted to do is I sort of want to outsource this to you guys. I know of two wheelie cars. I know of this car, and I know of the Isetta bubble car. They both sort of do different things. But today I wanted to show off the method of how you can build your own wheelie cars and sort of like the mindset you have to think in to build a wheelie car. And then I want everyone to go out and see if you guys can build other wheelie cars in Forza Horizon 3. If you guys can build or know of another car that can do some sweet wheelies in Forza Horizon 3, please tweet them to me. That would be much appreciated, as always, so thank you very much. Anyway, so here's what you need to do. You need to come in and you need to upgrade the hell out of your Myers Manx. For this particular build, I'm running the 3.3-liter flat 6 engine with 684 horsepower. Essentially, the engine's just maxed out all the way. It's rocking twin turbos, and then everything else in this like engine performance upgrade menu, all of this stuff is all maxed out to the max. All maxed out to the max in the Myers Manx. A lot of M's. Anyway, so for this, we're going to need a hell of a lot of power. The other thing that we need to worry about is the weight distribution. For this particular car, the thing is super, super light, so that's really fortunate. However, it does come with some things that actually weigh the car down. What we need to do is sort of push the back of the car down and lift the front of the car up. So the front of the car needs to be super light, and the back of the car needs to be heavy. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the front bumper on the front of the car, and we're actually on the back of the car, not that, was it that? On the back of the car, we can add the rear bumper there. That adds some weight, and we're also going to add a rear wing on the back there, you can see. We're not going to toss on side skirts or anything like that, as that will just weigh us down. And in the end, we sort of do want to be as light as possible. The other thing that sort of like is a bit different than Forza 6 was, is that in this game, we don't have any drag tires. Drag tires is what allowed us to go into Forza 6 and basically build just about every car into a wheelie car almost. In this game, we don't have those tires, so we need to use race tires. And then we need to go for the front tire width. We need to have those as skinny as possible. So for this car, it's a 165. And for the back, 275, as thick as they can go in the back. Essentially, what we're doing here is giving the front of the car as little grip as possible and the rear as much as possible. So essentially, the back will push into the ground with the extra weight, and then it will grip, and the front, with its no grip and no weight, will just lift up. That's the goal with this. You can toss on whatever rims you want, and then for your drivetrain, max that all the way out. And for your performance and handling stuff, toss on everything except for a roll cage. Anyways, once you actually have the upgrades on the car, you need to go into your tuning menu and do a bit of fine-tuning to your car. When I say a bit, I mean a lot. You basically need to make the car so unbalanced, it can't really drive anymore. So now what I would do, again, is in the theory of we need as much grip in the rear and as little in the front. This is what I would run. Front tire pressure all the way to the max will give you as little grip as as little grip in the front as possible, and then the rear, the complete opposite. You want as much grip in the back as possible. Lift the car up. Gearing, I mean, you can mess around with this as you want, but I would recommend something along these lines. For your camber, you're going to want this all straightened up. You're not going to be going around corners, or at least you're not supposed to in a wheelie car, so just straighten all that up. And for your roll bars, you can just stiffen those up a little bit. You probably want them sitting roughly around the same position. And then for your springs, you want to soften those up quite a bit, and your ride height, max it all the way out. After that, your dampening, you want to go in here, rebound stiffness, your front and your rear, you want to make them like this. Again, you want as much grip as you want in the, or as much grip as you can get in the rear as possible, and as little in the front. That's what this is going to do. Same thing with this, because we don't have those drag tires, we need the rear wing pushing down as much as possible, so we're going to max the downforce out in the rear wing. And then we're going to come in here, add some brake pressure. I just like to run 135 on just about every single car. And then for your diff, you can just leave it exactly where it is. So there you guys go. If you'd like to download this tune, it's already up on the storefront for you guys. You guys can just go in, search for a tune for the Myers Banks, and it will be called Wheelie. And if you put in the description AR12, you should be able to find my tune just like that. Anyway, so once you get out in the world, you may notice you have some problems wheeling. For instance, if you rev the car up, it will do a little wheelie off the line like that, but not really too much. Nothing to be proud of, really. Let's pick up a little bit more speed, probably like 50 miles an hour or so, and then just rip it. There we go. Oh god, I've crashed into a pole. Once you get a hang of the speed and whatnot, it's really not difficult to do. You can pop some incredibly long wheelies and sort of screw with the traffic cars as well, and wheelie right in front of them and fly. And pull some cool stuff like that. It's pretty fun. Also, once you get in the air, you can do some cool stunts as well. Like, I'm gonna try to do something here. Let's see if we can get this guy. I'm gonna come in this guy at 60 miles an hour. No, too late. Basically, what I'm doing is coming at them around 60 miles an hour, and then like I'm basically just lifting off and then gunning it. That might be too late. Ripping it as fast as possible, and then shifting down. And I think, yeah, we can do some sweet stunts, boys. Look at that. Oh, I think we dropped. Yeah, we dropped. The little lamp pole messed us up. Anyway, so if you want to do stunts like that, again, it's really not too hard. You just want to be coming in the same speed as before. Pop your wheelie. I think that might be too late. No, it's not. And then once you get into a wheelie, just shift down to first, and you'll keep doing a wheelie for a really long time. And you can just... yeah. You can even try to go into the back of people, which, I mean, is just as fun. The back is... I mean, pretty good. Anyways, just like, whee! And I mean, you will roll a lot while doing this. Anyways, I'm just gonna shift it down to first. Aw, the wheelie died. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun with these wheelie cars. I really would like to know what other cars you can do it with. I know DJ Customs built one hell of a, I said a bubble car wheelie car, and that thing was freaking cool. Like, look at that. DJ Customs just did this in his I Said a Bubble car forever, which is just super cool. Anyways, but those are the only two cars that I know of that can do some sweet wheelies. But if you guys know any others, feel free to let me know on Twitter. I would much appreciate it. But they're just fun to do, man. No reason why you shouldn't do them. They put a smile on your face. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can smash that like button down below to let me know you guys enjoyed, and you guys want to see more of this type of stuff. And if you do, you guys can always subscribe for more. Also, don't forget, we are giving a copy of Forza Horizon 3 away on the website. The link is down below for that, and you guys can win a copy of Forza Horizon 3, the Ultimate Edition, with basically all the DLC and whatnot, so yeah. Anyway, so that's going to be a short little video on how you guys can build your own wheelie cars. They are pretty fun to do, I must say, so try them out. They're pretty fun. So yeah, if you guys would like to download my tune, feel free to do so, or you can just replicate the one that I built in this video. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!